Okay, Pokken for the Switch, I decided to put Mewtwo on the bench for a while to give Scizor a try, one of the new ones and my favorite from the main series games. He's got some nice features with the addition on his Pokemon moves, especially those blades that home in on people. If you're uncareful and you go for an opening of Scizors, those blades will come from behind and reverse his scenario, letting Scizor get a catch. He also has very nice mobility, give him a ninja feel with his ability to chain dashes together, as well as move around while charging his counter attack or block attack. Also love how they included spikes, I think those are spikes, as one of his moves. Having separate hitboxes that linger around on the ground give me a lot more strategic points to use against my opponent, especially in field phase. Something that I wasn't really comfortable with as opposed to dual phase, which is more of a standard for most fighting games. I like how he has unique projectiles. If you just tap the Y button, he comes out as ninja stars. But if you hold it, it comes out as stronger projectiles, which can also cancel out, as you saw there, other projectiles. So going in from day 1 to day 2, I put in more practice to adjust to Scizor's hitboxes. Mostly the aerial hitboxes. If you are caught on the ground from the air, Scizor's combo damage before the phase shifts occurs gets around 250. I think the most I hit was 260 damage to opponent. And it's a nice surprise if the opponent is expecting you to use some of your standard ground attacks. Hit them from above while they're off guard. Gets some nice advantages. As I rank up and fight higher ranks, I definitely need to create more scenarios where they do not predict or know how to counter. He's got 2 moves that lower his hurt box. The downward X strong attack and the forward Y strong attack. Interesting enough, certain attacks such as Charizard's Seismic Toss will completely miss and get punished by those 2 attacks. Also decided to utilize his other aerials, such as Aerial Ace, to control the space and push my opponent back to the wall. Also made a change of his dash Y attack. Instead of chaining it into the normal Bug Bite from Bullet Punch, to turn that into Metal Claw. The reason being is Metal Claw, if blocked, will push him to the wall, and if they decide to jump, it will hit them out of the sky. Now, if you go from the normal dash to Bug Bite, your opponent does have time to jump if you were to go for X's or Orange Shield, and you could get counter hit. Another thing is if you choose to go for Bug Bite instead of X's, or you can get grabbed or just counter hit after your attack, and that will be a critical. So incorporating all these new strategies, I brought my gameplay to a different level in order to establish victory against my opponent, even in tough situations. You'll see shortly how I have to make huge comebacks from near death, and thankfully Scizor being a power type, you don't get too many mistakes before he reverses the KO scenario. But even if Scizor does lose, he's rather a fun sport about it, as he continues to fight even if unconscious. Now, I include this portion because my friends wonder, why I spend so many time in training mode. You do learn a lot of things from training mode. This is some of the stuff I learned from the first Pokken, being able to backdash even against the wall and avoid hits